Hi, Cory Geiger along with Neil Rudel. Just got finished with the blue-white game. Even John Urschel, the math whiz, doesn't really know how they came upon the final score of 67-47. But
I thought it was his idea last year.
Fascinating the way they do things here. But obviously all eyes on the quarterback. Some snow, then some sun, then some snow, then some sun. An interesting day for a spring game.
Yeah, and kind of windy. I mean, not an ideal game in terms of quarterback play. I think both these guys, neither one of them really separated themselves. I thought Ferguson showed a little stronger arm.
Yep.
But it's a difficult game to evaluate because, the defensive rules, as soon as the guy comes free, it's basically a sack. So I think the quarterback position is about where it's been. I thought afterwards it was kind of interesting, though, that neither were made available to the media, which would have been a good opportunity for both those guys should one or either way in the fall. If one becomes a starter, he has that experience of facing, all the attention and answering questions. And that, to me, was a little bit telling.
And Bill O'Brien answered a few questions about the quarterbacks. But Charlie Fisher, the quarterbacks coach, didn't come out either. So they clearly want to keep things relatively close to the vest about these two guys, and that's perfectly fine. They were relatively even. Both were Bench and Ferguson 9 of 15 today for about 99 yards. I thought, and I don't exactly remember who tweeted this, but somebody tweeted near the end of the game that Bench and Ferguson's performance today kind of kept Hackenberg in the mix. Would you agree with that? Neither one of these guys looks exceptional enough to where you can just say, okay, it's definitely going to be one of them.
Well, I think Hackenberg has been in the mix really the whole time. At one point it seemed that Bill O'Brien wanted to redshirt him, but after he signed and whatnot, it seems that has maybe changed, and he's going to get an opportunity to at least show what he can do in practice, and he'll be part of the evaluation mix with these guys. And I think the fact that neither of the other two guys got an opportunity to present themselves to the media, I think that's also significant.
Okay. Zach Zwinak, really the news of the day, hurt his left wrist or hand area on the first series. He was hit going out of bounds after a reception. You could tell he was slow getting up. He immediately went off the field, did not return. He had the hand bandaged, and he was getting a lot of attention on the sideline. They have a long way before the start of the regular season. The running back spot's in good shape. We'll get to Akil Lynch in a minute. But you hate to see any injuries in the spring game, especially to a powerhouse workhorse guy like Zach Zwinak.
Yeah, and particularly no matter who plays quarterback, behind a pretty good offensive line, you got to figure they're going to emphasize the run to an extent, as much as Bill O'Brien will emphasize a run. So that could be a definite concern. But you mentioned Lynch. I thought he played well.
Did play very well. Obviously, people wondered why he didn't get an opportunity last year. Bill O'Brien, I think they wisely redshirted him because we got to see what Zach Zwinak could do. Now, Akil Lynch, regardless of what happens with Zach Zwinak, will be in the mix for a lot of carries.
Yeah. He showed a good combination of speed and power. Bill O'Brien raved about him afterwards, talked about what a great kid he is. So, they clearly, he seems really happy with the coachability of this team. He likes this team, and he came in the media room trying to have a little fun. He wondered why everybody was asking serious questions or whatnot. I think we were all frozen in the press box.
The guy really has been great to be around for a year. They mic'd him up on the first series of the second half. He's leading the "We Are" chant. He's telling the crowd, hey, get into it. There was kind of some jokes in the press box that hopefully he wouldn't say anything like, hey, let's go, you're a bunch of fighters / whatever else he said. But, the guy's got a lot of charisma. The guy is a great representative for everything that they need during this time, and he showed a lot of it today.
Yeah, he's having a lot of fun, and the fact that the Big Ten Network here, they're getting tons of exposure, and they're coming off an 8-4 year, and he said he's got to do a better job. I thought, he did a great job last year, National Coach of the Year. So the standard is high, and I think that's a great thing.
Crazy day. Started
Yeah,
out
it's gonna be
snowing.
nice out.
You know, a good crowd today. I didn't see the exact attendance yet, probably 40, 50,000, whatever it was. But, you know, these spring games, you've seen them evolve over the years, Neil, to where they do a great job at Penn State here with all the carnival and festival and everything. But did you ever think that spring football would evolve to what it is now around the country?
No, I mean, I think football has taken over the country. When you look, the NFL schedule was released the other night. It's an event in itself. There's a lot of events that go on around this game. The carnival that they have. I thought it was a nice touch that they had a moment of silence for the people in Boston and the tragedies that occurred around the Boston Marathon this week. And even Bill O'Brien had some reflection because he's from Boston afterwards. So, yeah, Penn State once again put their best foot forward.
All right. For Neil Rudel, I'm Cory Geiger. You can check the Altoona Mirror website and the print edition. We'll have a lot of coverage following up the Blue White game on Sunday and throughout this upcoming week.